So now, welcome back to the channel. I know I've been away for a little bit, day job duties. Now, a couple of I think now it's a couple of days ago. Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner is a Wolipa big time director, actor, producer who passed away a couple of days ago. Now we're going to watch a video here from a news report just to get the details down. Then I'll give my comment. There's a lot of things I want to say on this. On the second part, there is a producer who's been a Kenyan producer, Appie Matere, who also passed away, I think, also a couple of days ago. So it's been one of those weeks. So I'm going to discuss both of these. I'm not really going to discuss Appie so much as to, rest in peace. She's been struggling with cancer, I believe, for a few years now. There was some treatment done, I think, was it a couple of years ago or something? There was a call out to do some fundraising and whatnot. Then there was treatments going on, and it seems they didn't work. So there is that, which I'm just going to kind of proper mention, because actually she introduced me to the person who gave me the first TV gig, just to do a thing on a set, for a TV series. So there is that. So you gotta remember people like that. But first, you're going to go to Rob Reiner. So Rob Reiner is known for he's had a lot of hits. As you can see, there's a lot of articles. So the Sun, it's unfortunate, it's the Sun who his background is a lot of drug use, a lot of craziness, and that's now the prime suspect. I think that's what is going on. So it's been a very sad kind of thing because this guy is also kind of like politically polarizing, if you like to use that term. But generally speaking, if we are going to speak about him, it's going to be more about the work that he did in terms of film. So let's angalia because so he's done like really good films, at least towards the beginning. Let's see there. Simon Napo, The Bucket List, there, Kina Morgan Freeman, Flipped, The Rumor, The Story of Us. He did some The American President. Where's that one? There's good. Was it not A Few Good Men? This. You guys, do you remember? if you haven't watched A Few Good Men, watch A Few Good Men. It's really good. I remember Jack Nicholson, Tom. You can't handle the truth. It was so good. Yeah. So he's had Being Charlie. There are so many great hits. Now it's more so a lot of this was done. The Princess Bride, romantic comedies, everybody. So he's done a lot of great work. So let's listen into this Fox 11 report. Then we can, I'll give you my comment as usual. Subscribe there real quick. The key to people don't like saying, but I don't like saying it, but apparently when you say it, there's an effect. So people sometimes forget. Subscribe real quick. Let's do this.
We're able to take into custody Nick Reiner, a suspect in this case. He was subsequently booked for murder.
Breaking news at 5. LAPD releasing new pictures of Nick Reiner being arrested in the double homicide of his parents, legendary Hollywood director Rob Reiner and Michelle Singh.
By the way, he did a film with him. He tried to bring the guy on Hollywood, They did a film with him, which was basically based around his drug use and whatnot, and I'm telling you, this is one of those sad stories.
Reiner. The 32-year-old is now being held on no bail. Welcome to the Fox 11 News at 5, simulcast on Fox 11 Plus. I'm Susan Hirasuna, here for Christine Devine. The entertainment world shocked by this tragic violence, a chilling argument at a celebrity holiday party, possibly at the center of it all. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez joins us now live from Brentwood with the latest on this death investigation. Christina?
Well, we're right outside the front gate over here. We are told the LAPD investigators are supposed to come by and serve search warrants. They have not done so as of this point. What we do have, and if we can show these to you, we just got some of the images of the arrest of Nick Reiner. That's the U.S. Marshals. And supposedly this is the arrest. The location looks like the station over at Vermont, the metro station at Vermont. And it looks like they're taking him down. Those pictures were actually posted, and LAPD thanking the U.S. Marshal for their help with the arrest, which I'm told went without incident. He was booked under suspicions of the death of his parents, and initially bail was $4 million. Now it's no bail. People in shock. Very well described by the senior editor over of Culture at Variety. Listen.
When we say there are no words, there are no words. This is incomprehensible.
The murders of famous director and activist Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, plus the arrest of their 32-year-old son Nick as a suspect in their death. The bloodied bodies found at their Brentwood home last night by their daughter, Romy, according to TMZ.
When she had spoken to police, she told them that there was an argument that may have caused Nick to act out of violence and stab them to death.
An argument report.
Now, the other reports, we are going to check out the rest of the other details, but the reports are that he actually slit their throat. It's because they're old. I think he was in his late 70s. We are going to check that too, but it's more gruesome than the reports are saying. So it is not about much more trying to make it more gruesome. It's just the details, and it's really going to tie out what I want to talk about later on, especially in the creative industry. It's a big problem. So we are this is leading to something. So just bear with me.
Reportedly the night before at Conan O'Brien's holiday party.
It's unclear exactly what the argument was over, but it was so heated and so animated that we're told that people at the party overheard the commotion.
Including one party-goer who tells Fox 11...
He didn't talk to anybody. He just kept to himself with a blank stare on his face, no emotion. And he didn't look well.
We're told that the daughter, Romy, was the one that called 911, and she also noted to police that her brother, Nick, has a history of mental illness as well as substance abuse issues, and she felt he was dangerous.
Nick Reiner has never been shy about being very open and very public about his struggles with substance abuse. Rob and Nick teamed up for a movie.
Dad, I'm not going to listen to you tell me what a drug addict I am.
Being Charlie, based on Nick's addiction and the family's struggle dealing with it. Nick co-wrote it and his dad directed it back in 2015. But Rob Reiner actually began his acting career in the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family, going on to direct hit movies.
Well, this piece is called Lick My Love Pump.
Like Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, Misery, and When Harry Met Sally, featuring Billy.
Harry Met Sally was very popular. What was that? Meg Ryan? Yes.
Crystal. He was seen here with his wife, visibly shaken as they made their way to the Reiner's home. Reaction coming in from Hollywood.
Jerry O'Connell posting the photo of him on the set of Stand By Me.
Mel Brooks' son posting photos of his father and Reiner. And media from all around the world descending around the Reiner home, trying to figure out the elusive question. Why?
Everyone is still trying to get their minds around it, and I don't think people ever will.
Just a second. Let's go to X. Elon Musk has just hit $600 billion valuation. You see, when you make things that people use, the money comes. And of course, they have their stock exchange. This the way they do the thing. So it is. I wanted to find out. There's something I wanted to see about the sun. The sun. There's something I wanted to see. Yeah, you see, there's a lot of politics, surrounding, because he was very political and an activist, a woke activist. So, see, now the things he used to be a bit obsessed with Trump, and you know what that brings. So, you split. What is that? The Sun. I wanted to know about the Sun. The number of times that the guy has actually been to rehab. I think it's something like 18 times. 18 times. If you're going to go to rehab more than once, in my opinion, that battle has been lost. And I think a lot of families do keep this going on because, it's family and whatnot, but usually at the cost of everyone else. And that's why a lot of the times you just cut the deal off. Now, what I'm finding trouble getting the actual information I wanted, but this is basically, the idea is that he was leaving with the family 32 and they're covering him, take him to rehab, he does stupid things, they cover for him, all back and forth. So I think they were cutting him off now, finally. I think that was the main argument. And then he lost his mind and he slit their throats. So I want to... You see, the guy has been in so many, the father was putting him up. Okay, just forget. I don't want to deal with the politics part because... others will. It's not one of those. I appreciate him as a filmmaker more than their political activism because I don't agree with him and a lot of his wokeness. So there's that. And you see, the thing is, he was a woke person who, for some reason, was able to do great movies until the ideology took over Hollywood completely. So you're not able to just do your story the way you want. So you have to follow some of these woke rules. Let's see. Where is that thing? Now. Let's continue. We finish here. Then I'll get to that.
And keep in mind, this man beyond Hollywood is also known for his activism, social issues like same-sex marriage, things like that. So a lot of people
the Hollywood
reacting to this tonight. I'm Christina Gonzalez, live in Brentford. Back to you guys in the studio.
Shocking. So shocking, Christina. Thank you. Indeed, director and actor Rob Reiner was a Hollywood legend whose body of work leaves behind a lasting legacy.
That's for sure.
He was born Robert Norman Reiner in the Bronx, New York. He was the eldest son of comedy legend Carl Reiner.
Actually, these things that tend to run in the family, like you just grandfather in your kids, and that's his father. Oh wow. I don't know why I never made a connection.
His father and his eldest son, Jake. Reiner first achieved national stardom playing Michael Stivic, a.k.a. Meathead, on All of the Family. The role earned him 2 Emmy Awards.
I mean, haven't you ever gotten anything you didn't ask for?
From there, he launched his wildly successful career behind the camera. Between 1984 and 1992, he directed the films that are still revered today. The mockumentary This Is Spinal Tap.
Yes! Oh!
When Harry Met Sally and Princess Bride, to name just 3.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect. Wait till I get going. Where was I?
In 2019, he reunited with the stars for the 30th anniversary of When Harry Met Sally. Reiner was also known for his activism in politics. He was for early childhood education. He was against Prop 8, which banned same-sex marriage. He was also strongly anti-Trump and known for his support for Democrats such as...
Unfortunately, that's some of that did tarnish his reputation in terms of a lot of people loved his movies just because he started going after other people because of Trump or to support Trump, blah, blah, blah. So it became this cesspool, like most Hollywood actors. So it became this thing where it's created too much division that it affected the business and actually the creative process. And that's really the saddest part about this. But yeah, let's continue.
Al Gore, Hillary Clinton, and Joe Biden. Most recently, he was seen on various shows actively promoting his new film, Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues. Reaction to the deaths of Rob Reiner and his wife are pouring in. Governor Gavin Newsom praising Reiner for his empathy beyond his film, saying Rob was a passionate advocate for children and for civil rights, for taking on big tobacco, fighting for marriage equality, to serving as a powerful voice in early education. He made California a better place through his good works. From director Ron Howard, who first worked with Reiner on Happy Days, he proved to be a superlative filmmaker, a supportive colleague, and at all times a dedicated citizen. Rob will be missed on so many levels. My heart goes out to his family and his many close friends.
And to see also.
And from Jerry O'Connell, one of the child stars of The Goonies, love you, Rob.
Okay. So this is the thing. 18 rehabs. 18 rehabs. I'll give his son, blah, blah. So 18 rehabs. 18. Now, this is the story because I see a lot like in the creative industry, the guys get into drugs and alcohol mainly because it's never really gets to this level most of the time. But what it does is that it destroys the individuals totally. They become dependent. They can't make any money. They can't work for a long time. They're always showing up drunk. Like all this happens. And it does tend to happen at slightly higher rates in the creative industry than any other occupation. So the thing is this. Here in Kenya, a lot of us don't make a lot of money from creativity. But because of the things we do or the things you do, you get a lot of eyeballs and you in the streets you're met. And because you don't have the commensurate money, it can get very frustrating. So a lot of people are hiding in the drugs and whatnot. There's a lot of frustration, people lashing out. There's a lot of desperation. So for me, the thing that I find we must at least look at it. This is one of those public service announcement kind of anko amesanasema. I have seen so many great artists, great talents just disappear because maybe you do one thing, you get some money, then you go, you start using to drugs. If you unaenda party moja, you find you are two cool guys, you are what? You are two gay parties. Then you start your coke. I've seen musical talents that I've personally been in touch with. They've been turned, start using coke and whatnot. After those parties die down, they realize they still don't have the money, so they can't even continue living that life. They're already hooked, so they start doing stranger things. Eventually, it doesn't work. They become drunks, and you've seen how that ends. A lot of talent disappears this way because personal management is very difficult. A lot of artists, especially very talented artists, they do tend to think that their own personal management should be assigned to someone else. That's why you see in developed countries, a lot of them are given managers, especially when you are extravagantly talented. You are given managers so that they can make money, at least keep you sober enough to make money. But here, we can't afford that. And you see, sometimes things go out of control. We've seen here when people, the partying that goes on around, people meeting in their two flats there. And you hear the things that go down. You guys have to pipe it down. You have to deal with this as a business in such a way that the way you wake up every day to go to some job, somebody else wakes up to go to the 8 to 5. That's the way you should treat your job as an actor, as a creative, a musician, or whatnot. But more so because what you're doing can get you a lot of eyeballs, especially if you're good. What that can do to your mind, if you add drugs and whatnot, it's over. So the one thing that any artist can really do to make sure they succeed, especially when they're very talented, because not all of us are very talented, stay away from the drugs and the alcohol. And see what happens. Even if you're doing it now, stay away. We have seen some try. Others have seen it's ruined them. They've realized the little fame they had once they start becoming drunks, people don't want to deal with you. They'll just say, oh yeah, he's very talented. They laugh at your reels, but they don't want to deal with you because they know you might show up drunk. You might show up with an attitude. You might actually destroy things on set. I've seen that happen. Because people think now they are stars. Maybe ulipewa kadiri ka 200k, 300k na hujai gusa. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this Reiner thing because it's a very strange thing to happen. At the same time, RIP, rest in peace, Appie Matere. Yeah, umefanya maseries mingi sana. Watu wamekula pesa yako wengi sana. I'm sure your life has been worth it. Yes, especially, if you've lived a life where you've employed a lot of people. I think she's employed thousands. People have passed through her, thousands and thousands of actors and crew, because she's always had some good deals there at Maisha Magic, I believe, and maybe Showmax there over there. So a lot of people have passed through her. She's paid a lot of people's bills. She's given a lot of people opportunities. And I hope the family can take strength and continue the work. I hope she's left some people there to continue the work. Sababu, you see these people, their grandfather, the father, the Reiner family, you see, the father. It's sad, but you see, the continuity is there. I'm a vipi. Please leave a comment down below niambie what you think. I think I should start activism on the drug and alcohol use in the creative industry. I think that is more relevant than a lot of the activisms you see around, like hugging trees. Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. Yeah, so what at least waingie line, it might be helpful. I'm thinking about it. Leave a comment, like the video, algorithm ijue mnapenda vitu kama hii. At the same time, subscribe to the channel.